Well, there's not going to be a carp in sight today, unless it's a great big wild double figure thing. I'm off to Evesham on the River Avon today. I'm really looking forward to this. I just fancied a nice change. Love fishing Evesham. It's not everyone's favourite river, it's not everyone's cup of tea because the fishing can be so hard. But it's not because the fish aren't there, it's full of fish. It's because the venue is match fish 3 times a week. There's no river in the country that can take that sort of pressure. So it's surprising how well Evesham does take it, because it's full of fish. It is full of fish. Don't let anyone tell you any different. It's just that these fish don't need to feed and they know they're going to get caught as well. So it really varies in depths and flows. Every peg's slightly different. It could be 3 foot, it could be 15 foot, and it could be fast, it could be slow. It all depends where you draw. And because the river goes in a horseshoe through Evesham, you'll have an upstream wind at one end of the river and a downstream wind at the other. So everything's so different, but the fish are there. They are there to be caught. And I always think there's a match-winning fish in every peg at some point in the day. Whether you can catch it or not's another thing, but there's definitely quality fish, whether it's a big barbel or a tench. Just £6 won the last match here, and £4 frame, so that just shows how difficult it is. But the next day they put bloodworm on it, and bloodworm was allowed. They allow it on 2 matches this year, up to the final, and £12 won it. So they are there, but they're just very, very hard to catch. The roach especially, the only thing you'll catch these roach on, unless there's some colour in the river, is hemp and tares. Simple as that. They don't seem to eat anything else. You might catch a roach on a bit of bread, or a maggot or a castor or something, but you won't catch many at all. Certainly not the quality roach that are in here. And there's pound roach, there's some lovely big roach in here, and there's also some huge pike as well as a result. You could lose 20 up legs today. You could have a roach and chuck all day and not get a single one out because of the pike. So that's what it can be like, unfortunately. But there's chub, there's dace, there's loads of eels, perch, big bream, skimmers. If there's some colour in, which I'm praying there is, because we've had a bit of rain, but with Evesham they generally flush it straight through, so you don't seem to get any benefit of that rain or that colour or pace that it so badly needs. When you get that, you get hybrids and pommies that appear from nowhere, and you can do a really nice weight of those fish. Well, some people call them gustas, or silver bream. I don't know what they are, but I call them hybrids and pommies. But there's all sorts in there, and the good thing about the place is at some point in the day there is a match-winning fish in front of you. It could be a barbel, it could be a bream, it could be a carp, it could be a tench, it could be anything like that. And with only £6 frame, it could be a couple of eels. So, you know, I always think you've got a chance, no matter how badly you've drawn. But there are definitely good areas and bad areas. It looks like the pegs to draw, as usual, are on the Crown Meadow, 1 to 20, I suppose, on the Crown Meadow, and then from there to 52. Perhaps I'd be okay up to about peg 52, and then the higher numbers up to peg 80, depending on how many are on it today. There's not a lot of fish there at the moment, doesn't seem to be anyway. You might catch in the 60s directly outside the Hampton Ferry Caff, but the rest of it looks a bit pants, to be honest. It's going to be interesting anyway. I'm looking forward to it. I've brought the whole lot. It took me a while to get my gear all swapped over and get all my dig out a load of river stuff. I've forgotten something. I always forget something. It's usually my balling arms or my waders or something like that. Oh, I know, I forgot my platform legs. So if I did want to put my platform in today and get out a little bit further, I can't, because I brought my platform in, brought my platform legs. So hopefully that's the only thing I have forgotten today. I've brought everything else. I'd like, ideally, to ball it on the pole and fish a short chop worm line and a long chop worm line, and that'll be it. But I've got waggler gear, feeder gear, blink gear, all sorts with me, because you never quite know until you draw. You cannot go to this place with a set plan, as far as I'm concerned anyway, because all the pegs are different, and you might be fishing for different species depending on where you draw, and obviously the conditions are different every time as well. It could be gin clear still today, but I'm hoping there's a bit of colour in. we'll see. I'm not far from the place now. I'm just going to drop into the tackle shop on the way, and might even have time for a breakfast. So it's a fantastic place to be anyway. Even if you're not catching, I do love coming to Evesham. I do love fishing in the place. I'm not expecting loads of bites. I'm not expecting to frame or anything really, but I just fancy a day out on the river. Yes, it's going to be hard, but it's still going to be a nice day hopefully. So I've just come into Evesham now. I'm going to get my bait and then make my way to the draw and hopefully get one of those low numbered pegs and have a nice day's fishing. Have a good one. Have a good one. Well, we are on peg 74. 75 is a very, very good peg, but I don't really fancy 74. It's going to be very, very deep. Not a lot of form really. It's not a peg you'd ever name or run to. Trying to find where it is. Here we are. That's how clear it is. No surprises there. It looks alright. We'll have a few fish hopefully. Bloke mowing his lawn. Right, let's get set up. There we are. I'm going to give it a few today. There's my bait tray. Possibly the deepest peg on the lake, on the river. I'm going to give it a few. Just adjust this. A bit more downstream, I think. About there. Should do it. Whip! Better than that. Don't be too accurate. It's not bloodworm. Burpy burp. Good. So nice. As usual. Better out than in. Keep that. That's a good start, isn't it?
strongly. Evesham roach, not on hemp. come off.
Anyone shouted out?
It's a hard one here today.
Shit.
Any good?
I've had a few skimmers.
Have you? Big ones or
And size.
oh, those
Pommy.
hybrid things? Yeah.
What, you had them on?
Well, I've had them on the pinky over the end. I ain't putting any ground baits in. It's them pop up, the only night I reckon.
I'm not.
I just bait dropping a few
Oh.
casters, few pinkies, and
I put ground bait in and 3 balls, not had any pike trouble. I've had about 40 little roach on it.
not too bad.
Yeah.
The top of this morning, you're getting the bleep.
I've had 2 big roach where I balled it.
Have you?
That's it. Well, big.
What weight you got?
Too many snags in me.
Probably got enough to win the section.
Yes. What you
Second now, it's going to be hard with a boy, isn't it?
What you had them on?
£3.9. Hello, John. It's all right.
Oh yeah, lovely fish.
Okay.
I say, it's going to come and string all this for next week, aren't they?
No, don't stream it.
No?
No.
No, just on the edge. Well, yeah, as they've mowed.
Keep the crowds away.
£2.
We'll have ropes here anyway.
Yes, please, sir.
The only time we've come right up here is because of the bridge. Hi, Paul! Yes, thank you, Sophie!
£1.15.
He's going to take it for a
Oh, I'm David Bailey, they call me.
Yeah, he just took mine. Good
I bet you're one of these that just takes a picture of your own face.
I was in Ireland, I said, do me a favour, mate. I said, take a picture of me. So I give him, when I got home, he took a picture of all the fish. Not my face wasn't it at all.